Hey Starshine, how are you? I'm here with our card for the week beginning the 25th of August. It's a glorious bank holiday Monday today here in the UK, and we have already been to the garden centre to get provisions for our gardening stint this afternoon. So, all the cards this month have been taken from the Ask an Angel Oracle cards by Toni, Carmine, Salerno and Carisa, Mellado. So here we have, this is the deck they're all from. The card for this week is Balance with Dokiel. Balance. Now, balance. Balance. Okay, so let's go for the simple one first. The simple bit is what goes up must come down. Life is full of polarities, dualities, just in, out, male, female, everything, that's how it is. So, yes, if you are on an up, like I say, what goes up must come down. So if you're on an up, enjoy every moment. Enjoy every single moment, because at some point it's going to come down again. But if you're on a down bit, or at least as you perceive it to be an up and a down bit, if you perceive a down bit, then know that it's going to go up again soon. How soon, we don't know, but at some point it's got to turn, because that's how life works. Now, this card is inviting us to examine our own perceptions of good and bad, because actually this card is reminding us that there isn't really good and bad. It's our perception of it. Because we live in a world of polarities, of extremes. We go from one to the other, to the next, up, down, up, down. And if you think about it, the whole of life is like this. We have day and night creating a perfect balance. We have male and female creating a perfect balance. So really, with these dualities, with these polarities, we have perfection. You take one of those dualities away and it can't work. It just can't work. So when we begin to see life as a series of dualities, a series of extremes, if you like, it takes away the need for the judgment of whether it's good or it's bad. It isn't either. It is as it is. And that makes it the most perfect moment, with only our perception altering that. Now, when we begin to see that our whole world is created in this duality way of being, we can then begin to see that our situations, our lives, our environments are neither good nor bad. They just are. And when we can begin to do that, we begin to see the world very, very differently. Now, this is not an easy thing to do. This is not an easy thing to do, because actually we have those perceptions, and we think that our moral compass should be applied to everybody else, and it isn't. And what is happening, we have to try and accept that it's creating its own balance. Now, when we realize this, when we know this, when we fully understand and accept this, we can really see the world quite differently. We can really see it differently, and we can decide how we then want to show up. And we can decide how we want other people not to perceive us, but how we want to impact, how we want to make an impact. So it's quite a thing to get your head around. Now, Dokiel is here with us whenever we call on him. He is the angel of balance, really holds a scale of balance so that it never gets too far. And we can call on Dokiel at any point to help us with this idea of perception, this idea of perceiving imbalances in places and helping us to create more balance within our lives. So it's quite an in-depth card, quite an in-depth message this week. But know that just like the yin and yang, in the good there is some bad, and in the bad there is some good, as we perceive it. I know, right? It's a little bit mind-bending, but if you have any problems at all, call on Dokiel and just say, help me with this creation of balance. Help me understand how this imperfection is actually a moment of perfection. Right? All right, well, good luck with all this. And I shall see you next week. Have an absolutely amazing week. Much love, many, many, many blessings. See you all again. Bye.